A flashlight dropped to the floor, and I quickly turned it in a different direction. Fortunately, the robber didn't notice. The man on the bed was their boss. 10 minutes ago, this gang of criminals had broken into my boyfriend Mark's house. Hearing the commotion, Mark grabbed a baseball bat and rushed out. Intense fighting could be heard outside, and through the window I saw him being taken hostage while the gang leader was also seriously injured. I quickly crawled under the bed and barely escaped harm. Thinking about my boyfriend's uncertain fate, tears streamed down my face. Worried about the sound of teardrops hitting the floor, I closed my eyes and held my breath. The boss's injuries were very serious with blood flowing continuously, but they didn't dare find a doctor. The underboss had to search online for ways to stop bleeding. When he stood up, he accidentally knocked my bag to the floor. Seeing the phone in the bag, I felt a glimmer of hope. While he was focused on staring at the computer, I quietly picked up a wooden stick by the bed, trying to hook the bag over. I held my breath and slowly hooked the bag strap, but the friction sound was still too loud. Seeing that the underboss was still staring at the screen, I decided to take a risk. I slowly emerged from hiding, planning to reach for the bag directly. Just then, several drops of blood dripped onto my face. Without time to think, I quickly dragged the bag under the bed. I heard bad news from the underboss's mouth. He found a quick bleeding control method online, raising the wound above heart level. He started calling for people to find books to place under the bed to elevate the boss's abdomen. If they lifted the bed, I would be done for. But when they counted to 3, they suddenly stopped. Luckily, the screensaver photo showed that Mark's mother was a doctor. I immediately took out my phone to send an SOS message, but before I could finish typing, the phone died. A few minutes later, Mark's mother was brought into the room. She pretended to examine the wound, then deliberately dropped her watch on the floor. When she bent down to pick up the watch, she discovered me. Our eyes met, and we understood each other without words. She remained calm and deliberately stalled for time, asking the criminals to prepare hot water and towels. She deliberately delayed until dawn before removing the glass shards from the boss's abdomen. Afterwards, she was taken to another room and had her hands tied. Meanwhile, the robbers planned to use the fact that Mark's father was a bank president to rob a nearby bank. Before the operation, the boss ordered the underboss to stay behind and watch over him. The underboss felt he was being suspected, lost control emotionally, and randomly threw an alarm clock. While they were arguing, I quietly picked up the alarm clock and set it to ring in 2 minutes. The boss's phone dropped at this moment. Fortunately, when the underboss picked it up, he didn't notice me. I slowly crawled toward the edge of the bed and threw the alarm clock into a corner of the room, quietly waiting for the countdown. The alarm rang and their attention was drawn to it. I took the opportunity to rush out of the room. I tiptoed downstairs, not daring to make a sound, but just as I was about to open the door handle suddenly started turning.